Hey, let me show you how you can sell tickets or collect donations for your Facebook Live broadcast. We're going to be using Billetto for this presentation today. So I'm just going to start on the Billetto Co UK. This is the UK version of Billetto. We are also available in 12 other countries. You can check on billetto.com and pick the country where you're at to also create a payment page for your Facebook Live event. So I'm going to start on the front page and I'm going to assign in. If you already have an account, just go ahead and sign in. If you don't have an account, you can just create a new account in about 1 minute. So I'm signed in Billetto, and the next step that I take is creating a new event. Great, so this is the form that you fill out to create your Facebook Live payment page. So what you call it and you use in this description is up to you. I'm just going to show you an example of the broadcast that I have created. So the event name is going to be the name of your broadcast. So I'm just going to call it a test Facebook Live. Organized by is yourself or the brand that you represent. And then the start and the end date is the start and the end date of your broadcast. If you want to collect donations for your event after the broadcast has finished, you can also just pick a time a few hours or a few days after your broadcast is finished. So for example, if I want to start the broadcast on the 30th of April, but I want to collect donations up until the 1st of May. So I select the time for the broadcast. So I'm going to broadcast, say, at 6 o'clock, and I'm going to finish this at 8 o'clock. When we go to the address, just click on enter location manually, and I'm going to say Facebook Live, the online here. Now in the description, you can just give the description for your Facebook Live. If you already have the description for your broadcast, go ahead, you can simply paste it over here. You can also include the link to your scheduled broadcast or the link to the page, any other location where the broadcast is going to take place. If it's a private broadcast on the closed page, you can also add the details on how access to that broadcast is going to be shared. So as much description in here as possible to just tell your participants how they're going to get access, how they will find your broadcast later. The example of the description, you can also format the description. So again, if you have more information than that, just please do that. You can add an image. So for example, anyone who's presenting in your Facebook Live broadcast, you can add their image and write the description under it. You can add a trailer, for example, for your broadcast, or if it's a webinar, for example, and you have a trailer, just to show people what to expect from your Facebook Live. You can add a link and you can format the text, add the separator, and so on. So plenty of ideas how to format your event description. So moving forward, if you want your event, your Facebook Live to be discovered on the Billetto platform, the event type and category helps you do that. I'm just going to click on class training and workshop here because this is just a tutorial. And I'm just going to say film, media, entertainment. You can also add up to 3 tags, also just to help the discoverability of your event. Right, so now to the most important part is adding the actual ticket types to your payment page. So you can add a paid ticket and then you can also add a donation. So I'm going to add one of each. I'm going to add one paid ticket. You can write a longer description for your ticket in here. You can just rename it. You can select the price and how many are available. If you don't have a limit of how many people can participate in this, just put in a highest number you can imagine for the participation. If you want to limit to a certain number, so if this is part of the private group, then just put in whatever number you have available. So I'm going to have 10, for example. I'm going to add another ticket, so I'm going to add a donation just to show you what it looks like. So in donation, you don't have to set up a price and the fee. You only select the number of donations available. Again, if you don't want to limit this to any number, just select a high number basically and leave it at that. If you want to set up a certain number, this also helps the estimation for your event payout. So if you want to know how much you can make on the event, it's better to have an actual number of the tickets and the purchases available. So I'm just gonna set maybe 100 because this is a small broadcast, and I'm also gonna add a free ticket just to show you what the actual checkout looks like. So I'm going to add 1 because I'm going to be the only one buying this. What you can do here as well, you have some advanced features. So you can hide a ticket, for example, if you want to build anticipation, and you can only sell the ticket from a certain date to a certain time. You can also add a minimum or maximum tickets per order. So for example, a minimum is 1 ticket and maximum is 2 tickets, for example. So you don't want one person to buy more than 2 tickets. You can add a longer description for your ticket if there's some sort of instructions that you want to give per ticket. And you can also hide a certain ticket and enter the access code for it later if there are some special tickets that you want to add. For all of this, I would really recommend to check our help center and get the details on every single field over here. Now moving forward, I need to pick an image for the payment page. We do use Unsplash plugin, so you can actually get a free, license-free picture from just suggested images. This comes from the category selection. So I can just pick an image here, but I can also upload an image if I want to. Now, just to make it a little bit faster, I'm actually just going to pick up this image here. It's perfectly illustrating what I'm doing with this payment page. Great. So this is pretty much ready. So I'm gonna make this a private event, which means that people can only access this payment page with the link, and they cannot find this event on Billetto or online through Google, only through a direct link. If you want people to be able to find your event on Google and on Billetto, you create it as a public event, and then it's available to search engines and so forth. So, but as this is an example, I'm just going to make it a private event and I'm ready to publish. So before showing you how the tickets work, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add 2 more elements to show what this tool can actually do. So number 1 thing that I'm going to test is the field in the order confirmation email and order confirmation page. So here you can actually add a link to your Facebook Live after they have purchased the tickets for it. So just to make it simple, I'm going to say, so just giving the link to the Facebook Live that I already have. I can make this available on the order confirmation page and in order confirmation email, and I'm going to show you what it looks like in just a minute. So I'm just going to save this. And the second thing that I want to show you is the booking questions. And the booking questions allows you to get some answers from your participants before they commit to the purchase. So what I can do here, for example, is ask, do you want to receive our newsletter? And I'll make it a drop down and say yes. And nope. You can make this a required field, and I'm just gonna do this before payment. You can also ask it after payment. If you have a lot of questions you want to ask, it's probably better to do this after the payment, after they have actually purchased the ticket. And you can ask this once per order or once per ticket. So if you, for example, have somebody buying several tickets for their friends, you probably want to ask questions once per ticket per every friend, depending on what your question is. But for this instance, once per order is fine for me. So I'm just going to submit this question here. And this is how you add additional booking questions and additional order confirmation messages here. You can also add the link to your YouTube live, to your Instagram live, anything that you want your participants to see after they have actually made the purchase. So what this looks like, I'm going to show you in a minute. So we're going to go and visit the page and see what our payment page looks like. This is the payment page, so this is where your description appears. This is the link to your organizer profile. This is the date and time and where it's at. And I'm gonna get the tickets for this. So I've created a test free ticket, so all of the rest of the tickets are shown here. I'm just gonna go to the free ticket first, and then I'm gonna move on. So just gonna put in a name. And here's where your booking questions appear. So I'm just gonna say nope, gonna move on. And I have purchased the ticket. The previous step also includes the payment details, obviously, if you have a paid ticket, but I have a free ticket, so this is actually it. So here you will see the message that I have added, so they can copy the link to the Facebook broadcast. And they can also see that in their email. So the PDF and the confirmation has been sent out to them. That's my email. So you can also see the link in the description over here. So how do you actually share this page to your participants? So it's actually the link over here. You can also find it in the marketing and in here. So I'm gonna simply copy this link, and I'm gonna go to my Facebook Live broadcast or Facebook Live event. I'm gonna share the link there. So just to show you how to share this on your event, for example, for your Facebook Live, I have an event page here, and what I can do, I can edit this event. And if I scroll to the bottom here, I can actually add a ticket link. And I'm just gonna send this here and save. And you have the link to the payment page. You can add it in the description, so you can write a post about this. You can write a post on your Facebook page with the link to the payment page. You can also write it in the comments for your Facebook Live broadcast if you want to collect donations during or after your Facebook Live. And just simply use that link to direct people to the payment for your event. This is the easiest way to collect the payment for your Facebook Live and to collect donations for your Facebook Live, because it goes into one single place. You can collect people's email addresses that you can use later for a newsletter to send them out like the description for your next Facebook Live. And once your event is over, what you can do as well, or if you need the list before the event too, you can go into your guest list and reports on your event page here, and you can download the full information guest list. This will include the answers to the booking questions. If you simply need an email list to upload to your MailChimp, for example, to send out information to the event participants, you can also download a CSV file and an email list, and you'll have everybody's email addresses. So I hope this was helpful.